is Mark Gilston from CooperMMA with my friend Justin Hall. I posted a video of Kesa Gatame submissions, and there were some comments on it which I'd like to address. So normally in judo, I would want my knee down. I'm clamping onto his wrist with my armpit, very relaxed, lifting up under the elbow. I like an S grip with my hands, and my head is down. This is extremely hard to get out of. It's a very, very strong version of Kesa Gatame, and it's classic judo. But in BJJ, I'm not trying to just hold him for 20 seconds. I need to submit him. So I find it's awkward to put the pressure submissions with my foot back and my head low. It's also difficult to catch this arm for an armbar. And for those reasons, when I'm doing BJJ, I prefer to have my foot up and my head up. So the questions arise, since this is considered bad form in judo, what do I do to protect myself? The problem that people find with bringing the leg up is that he can hook it. He can reach around and hook my leg, and that would be terrible, because then he's going to stretch me out. But this elbow, this arm and elbow is free, even with grabbing the wrist. Whenever he tries to hook, I just lift my arm up, and it's useless. He is just wasting energy here. I can keep a hold of the gi if we're doing gi. If we're no gi, I keep a hold of the elbow. And still, I have plenty of room to block his leg. If it really seems to me that he's super flexible, turning his hips in, trying to catch my leg, I can lower it and get it out of the way. So this is really not a problem. Okay, the other question is, what about my head being up? Can he hook my head with his arm? The answer is, there is no way he has the power to do that. If I grab his hand, things are even worse for him. If he tries to hook my head with his leg, assuming he's super flexible, okay, which Justin isn't, all right, so if he does, as long as I'm bent forward, if I'm past 90 degrees, I'm in trouble. But as long as I'm forward, my head is actually going to be much stronger than his leg, and I can just lower it and make him miserable or push it out of the way. So again, this is really not a problem. Now, most of the time in BJJ, they do kuzuri, the slipped Kesa Gatame, where this hand is an underhook. If I'm going to do that, I still have to be careful. He can clamp my arm in, and now he can start to roll me. So if you turn your body in and then bridge. Yeah. That's obviously a problem. In order to avoid that problem, what I want to do is I want to crawl with this arm to make his ergonomics bad for this shoulder. If this hand is up, now he cannot clamp me. There's nothing he can do about that. I actually have ways of getting into an armbar from there as well. But regardless of that, this takes this arm out of the equation. And so that's pretty important. I don't want to have my head over on this side unless I'm planning to transition into a side mount, in which case that's fine. But normally I want to keep my head on this side. With the regular Kesa Gatame, the concern is what happens if he slips out the back, all right? If he's really strong and powerful, maybe he can get away from this arm. So if you use your other arm to push up, right, grab it. All right, so if he gets here, people are concerned now he's got my back. The answer to this is slip under the arm. from here, even if he wiggles out the back, there are two things that can happen. I can either grab the arm, I'm pushing in, notice that I'm pushing back onto his chest, and I'm grabbing this, I'm going to grab my lapel here. I have a strong grip on his arm. If I've maintained this, I can come push under and finish with an arm bar. Either way, this is still a strong hold. If I feel that I'm losing this, I roll into him towards his hand. Grab behind, roll. This is another powerful technique. I have his wrist trapped. In this case, I had his arm trapped as well. I want to keep pressure on his hips, and I'm going to keep turning. And it becomes a compression choke. Even again, if you don't tap them, you're cooking them. You're making their life miserable. And you can use that to get into other submission techniques. All right. This time, he gets out the back, he gets his head out, and he comes up on me so I can't get his arm. Here, I'm going to hook this leg, and I have a knee bar. The important thing is to make sure that my butt is high and close to his body. So once again, he manages somehow to slip out the back and pushes high when I go for his arm. My leg comes through. He's going to try and use this leg to pull me back. But if I can reach here, I don't care. Don't finish this with your hands. Use your arm, whole body. I want to bring his toe, his big toe, towards my head. Okay. So hopefully this answers some of the concerns in the Kesa Gatame submission video. This is, thank you, Justin. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe to our channel, Serioku Zenyo, meaning maximum efficiency.